Hi, all. I'm Maccabee, and I'm the director of ULead. I'm really excited to meet you and to get to know you this year. In my professional life, just to introduce myself to you, aside from ULead, I'm the academic dean at a boys' high school in Teaneck, New Jersey, called Heichal Torah, and also a leadership coach. My wife and I have four children who attend local Jewish day schools, and they range in age from 10th grade down to kindergarten, so we have a very fun house. A little bit about myself. I love Jewish learning. I love reading. I love cycling and running. And I love beer, which is probably why I love running. Obviously, I'm passionate about Jewish education and Jewish school leadership. And that's why I'm incredibly enthusiastic about our work together in ULead. So let me tell you about the program first. There are 30 participants in the ULead program, and you all are divided into cohorts based on your current roles in your schools and your backgrounds. We think that being together in a cohort of job-alike folks enhances the learning, and we also know that your cohorts will have a healthy amount of diversity, which will also be helpful to your learning. Each cohort has two mentors, and within your cohort, each of you will be paired with one of those two mentors who will serve as your coach for the year. We'll describe more about that soon. So ULead has four primary components. First, the two in-person conferences. Both of those are going to take place at the Newark Hilton, the first on September 22nd through 23rd, and the second one on March 15th through 16th. We'll be using that time to dive deeply into some very personal and serious learning about leadership, and attendance, of course, is mandatory. Second, are twice monthly coaching calls with your mentor, the one I mentioned above. You'll set those calls up together at a time that's mutually convenient for the two of you. Third is a once monthly cohort call with the members of your cohort. You'll do that by video conference, and we'll help set that up for you. Those are going to be scheduled together with the members of your cohort at our first convening. We'll use that time to discuss dilemmas of practice and continue to bond as a group. The fourth component is online learning via Moodle, which is an online learning platform. You'll get explicit instructions about how to use Moodle, and each week, starting on Sunday or Saturday night for those of you who prefer, you'll log into Moodle to check out what's coming up for the week and do the work described there. There are 13 units in total that are going to be taught by a variety of different people, some of whom are mentors in this program and others who are out there in the field. Some of the units last 1 week, and some of them last 2 weeks. You're going to learn both practical, specific things related to leadership in your school, as well as some theory about leadership that you can apply to your school. So, what is leadership? That's a question we'll be investigating all year together, and of course, there's no simple or singular answer. People have used countless metaphors and analogies to describe leadership. They've identified core components of leadership. They've talked about what makes a good leader. So this is a picture of the Hoover Dam, which I find fascinating, and a friend of mine visited this past summer, and I'm like dying to go there. Maybe some of you have been there before. It seems like an impossible thing that humans created. They built this wall with very little technology to hold back nature. And at any moment, it could all come crashing down from a small, imperceptible fissure, but it doesn't. And that's one way people might want to think about leadership, like holding back the flood. Not how I like to picture it. We all know from the research and our experience that your leadership is unique and that it's fluid and that it's evolving. And that's kind of why I like the water part of this picture. We also know that leadership takes on a lot of different forms, from the obvious, like the head of school or the president, to the more hidden. Our frame for the year of learning is going to be leadership capacities and dispositions. We'd like you to read the short article that I've linked in the email I sent to you that focuses on leadership capacities and dispositions, which were identified in a study that Prisma and Avichai ran with Rosov Consulting on day school leadership a couple of years ago. The article, as you'll read, identifies capacities, also known as skills, and dispositions, also known as outlooks, feelings, approaches, soft skills, that are associated with successful day school leadership. So no one person has them all, but we all excel in some of them, and we can all improve in all of them. Something that I find interesting about capacities and dispositions is that, kind of like real tools, I have to deploy different ones at different times. And sometimes in my own leadership, I may be without the right tool. The task which we share this year together is helping you sharpen the capacities and dispositions you already excel at while building and strengthening other capacities and dispositions. Over the course of the year, you'll be reflecting on your growth in these areas. So as you read the article, think about those capacities and dispositions which you think are something you're already good at, and think about the ones that would be most helpful for you to work on in the coming year. We are really looking forward to our learning together this year. We hope your first call with your mentor gets you excited about the program. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to Yael or to me, and we're really looking forward to seeing you soon.